Brother, I went to Popeyes. This blackened chicken sandwich is.
Oh, it's good. It's good. It's
I
good.
remember you telling me about it. This shit is fire, bro.
Good business,
I've
bro.
also got a spicy chicken sandwich and 6 wings, so I'm very, I'm very excited.
Hey, Derek, let's be honest, bro. I've handed you the crown, and you got it. Just have it. Like it's yours. Like it's cool.
Hear
Like
me out. Hear me out. I am a member of the Big Back Brigade, no doubt, no doubt. But look, I did work out this morning, and I went for a 1 mile run before I came home. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's a little appropriate. Now, I could be healthier, no doubt, but my body does require a lot of fuel. You know what I'm saying?
and I'll respect that because I'm eating just a little bit underneath the level that you are eating at, and I'm not exercising. So I mean,
you did well in the genetic lottery though. Let me tell you something, background noise family. This nigga Christian has been like swole since we was like in high school. And actually used to blow me. So like me and Christian were roommates. And this nigga's walking around with his shirt off. And you know, like I'm not like looking crazy, but this nigga's obviously very chiseled. I was like, and at this time, I had not started working out. So I'm like a toothpick, and this nigga is like walking around. And I live with this nigga, so I know he's not doing push-ups for real. He's not working out, but somehow this nigga got like a 6-pack and shit. That shit to blow me.
But you got to think that was freshman year. I was working out with the team. I was working out with the team.
True.
And then the pandemic, I just started going to the gym with my dad. That jump was crazy. That's when I got big. I should have kept doing that, honestly.
That's respect. I ain't gonna lie. Two things motivated me. It was the pants story I told y'all last week. Pants fit. I did find out that they just make their pants small, but nonetheless, my stomach was still hanging over the front. So I couldn't have that. Respect. But then yesterday, bro, my mom comes home. She goes, "When's the last time you been to the gym?" I was like, "Oh no." She was like, "You losing some definition in your arms." I went to work. I had a coming to Jesus moment. I wrote out a routine. I was like, I need to get it together. Cause I'm like, I've been fit all year, and now the summer's about to be here, and I'm
you gotta be, yeah.
Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Background Noise. So, unfortunately, Tay could not be with us, so we're going right on ahead. I'm thinking we don't really have a lot of topics. This was last minute, but we've got some great unlicensed therapy questions.
Oh, wonderful.
3 of them.
He's gonna miss we can't do all of them because we got to give Tay some. Or well, sure.
I'm gonna just tell her we're going ahead and join when she can.
For sure.
Okay. What we could do, however, is discuss the NBA. We're dudes, you know what I'm saying? We like sports, so let's discuss the NBA. Yeah. Okay. First, let's give me your take on the playoffs so far.
It's cool. I think the young guys are doing much better than niggas anticipated. And I think I include myself in the niggas that anticipated because I knew some of them were gonna be a problem, but it really seems like they're really kicking the old heads out of the playoffs. Like from literally our generation, the prime niggas of our generation is getting removed right now, and it's kind of wild to see. So that's kind of the big thing about that.
No doubt. I'm so sorry. I just want to see who the Patriots draft real quick. I'll be right back.
You good. Do you think? But yeah, that was what I thought about. The young guys seem to be taking over. I mean, we'll see when second round for real, but that's what it seems for sure.
I will say, I agree, and it's super dope to watch. Especially Anthony Edwards. You know, he's from Atlanta. But for me, what I'm starting to realize is I've never been like, you know how like there's like when you're arguing the best players, stats, of course, is a valid argument. But in the playoffs, him and Jamal Murray always remind me that that's really not what it seems.
Okay.
Because during the regular season, right, I want to say Ant average is like 25, 5, and 5, which is good numbers. This is good, right? But in our league where we look at like the MVPs who are averaging 30, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then you see him as a top 5 player. It's like, okay, is he really? But then in the playoffs, Kevin Durant's like his main defender. He's cooking him.
cooking
Like he's
him.
giving him the business. Like he is giving him buckets, looking at him like, yeah, nigga, what I'm telling you.
No, he's talking crazy. It's wild.
They're up 2-0. Now I think Phoenix is gonna get both of them back in Arizona. But
Okay.
because I just don't see Kevin Durant going out like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But basically I agree. I think it's dope to see like Shea and them. It's exciting. I just
Yeah.
hope that the NBA lets go of their fear of putting their primetime games in low market cities like a Oklahoma, like a Minnesota.
Man. Yeah.
I'm be honest. Like I got HBO Max. They show games every once in a while,
Yeah.
and like
Yep.
the Lakers and Celtics will play, and that's
Mhm.
supposed to be a big game, but we all know the Lakers are gonna lose. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so I'd rather watch the Timberwolves play the Thunder or the Timberwolves and them. I want to watch those guys play.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So I hope that the NBA under maybe the playoffs will prove that the old guard is going on, and we want to watch these young niggas hoop.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yep.
also, as much as I want Philly to win, it's dope seeing New York be a good team again. I think that's great for the NBA as well.
Man, yeah. Madison Garden is crazy right now. Because
Yes.
they've always been like that, even when they were booty. Really,
Yeah,
really
they
good
always
fan
sell
base,
out. It's
honestly.
always good crowds.
Right. But this one is different. Like
Yeah.
they could the way they're playing,
Mm-hmm.
they could really like they could be deep in the playoffs for real and do some serious damage with
And
potential of
I
going to
don't
the
know,
finals.
I don't know if you saw the game last night, but the Heat beat the Celtics in Boston, game two.
Uh,
So it's
Without
like
Jimmy.
if the Knicks play the Celtics, it's like they're proving themselves right now. They got bucket getters, defenders, rebounders, all that. And the Celtics are lost one at home. I think they only lost like 4 games at home this season.
Mm,
They lost one at home in the playoffs, first round.
yeah,
To an
yeah,
eight seed that barely made it through the play-in. Like, so that it'll be interesting to see for sure. Definitely. Do you
yeah.
have any predictions for the finals?
Nah, it's really early to say. I have my like biased predictions based off of who I like and who I want to
Well,
see.
give us the bias. Give us the bias.
I can see in terms of coming out the West, it's going to be between the Nuggets and the Timberwolves.
Okay.
I really believe that. I
I'm
actually
not mad
believe.
at that. I'm not mad at that at all.
With the East though, I'm feeling like depending. I'm not really exactly sure, and this is on both sides. I'm not exactly sure how like the bracket is set up. I keep forgetting that every year, but I can see the Knicks or the or the Heat. Honestly, the way they're playing.
You
Honestly,
really believe in the Heat?
I do. The
That's
Heat.
fair. I'm
I
not mad at
mean,
it.
yeah, the Heat. They bro, it's bro. They really want it for real. Like these guys are. I'm almost starting to think they lie. They go in the eighth seed on purpose. Like I'm really
Yeah,
starting to.
they always make it out of the bottom half of the bracket.
Like my dad was talking to me about it. He was like, man, these boys either lazy or like really psychologically sound because it's like that's kind of wild. This is like, is it like the second year or
Literally,
third
ever
year?
since I can remember, from the bubble to now,
Yeah,
they've made it out of like either fifth or lower.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's fact. So it's just so I really and also it's not about just believing in the Heat. No other team seems like a threat to me yet.
Fair. To the
I want to say the Pacers, but I haven't watched enough of them.
See the Pacers. I part of my take is going to be from what I heard Draymond Green say,
Okay.
but they don't play no defense, right? So it's like in the regular season that works, but in the playoffs, if you play a team that can guard and you can't guard, because he was like they won one game in regulation, 142 to 140. Because like so if you have to score 142 points to win in the playoffs against a team like the Knicks, who's got like a
Yeah,
Josh Hart that rebounds and
yeah,
defends, or like a Bucks. Like right now, Giannis isn't playing. Let's remember that too. Giannis is out. And so they did take a game. I think they're playing right now or in a few minutes, but they took a game in Milwaukee and they've got a
yeah.
great home crowd. But if they let Milwaukee stay in it till Giannis returns and he returns the series,
Over with.
over with. But yeah. Um, but who knows? Maybe they win, maybe they get momentum and something crazy happens.
Yeah.
But but yeah, that's respect. Let me ask you this. I'll go
Well,
to
how you feel about the West? How you feeling about the West?
Okay, the West. I of course Nuggets. Gotta go with the
Yeah,
back-to-back.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Interestingly enough, while I wonder if the Bucks will be able to make it to the finals, I don't think any Eastern Conference team will win if the Bucks don't make it. I feel like they're the only team with the front court, back court balance to
Absolutely right.
you're not as deep, but like the backcourt is Portis, Giannis, Lopez. And then of course in the West, the Nuggets is Aaron Gordon, the Joker, and Michael Porter Jr. And of course Dame and Middleton, and then of course Jamal Murray and Caldwell Pope. So it's like that's the most even.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
You don't think the 76ers with Joel Embiid, with Tyrese Maxey, if Tobias Harris shows up, because you mentioned this and you are absolutely right. If Tobias Harris shows up, they're a really serious team.
They Yes, I agree. I think that the Sixers could do it. I wonder if they're deep enough. I think Kelly Oubre has to be like a 17-8-5. You know what I'm saying? Like
Forgot about Kelly
he
Oubre.
has to ball out.
Yeah,
Um, I think they could, but what I've noticed about them is they're very starter heavy. They're like Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey
oh
are
yeah,
God the Father, God the Son. You know what I'm saying? Like they're balling out. I think they could though. I think they could. But I think they'd be exhausted. Joel Embiid, unfortunately, coming off an injury. They're down
mm-hmm.
0-2 against the Knicks, which means more than likely this will be game 7 if they win. Like they're gonna be exhausted by the time they get there. And so that worries me a lot as well.
Yeah, that's respect.
Yeah. Why do you feel, I don't know why, but
Mm.
I'm not convinced. Of course, the Phoenix are showing us why we shouldn't be convinced of them. But I'm not convinced of the Clippers either.
Yeah, I understand. During the season, I really was, and it's not like I wouldn't be surprised if I forgot about the. That's why to me. I think the Mavericks are going to win that round. I'm more convinced, and maybe this could be a bias thing. Other niggas may just feel like that's ridiculous, and I would understand that because it's PG, Kawhi,
Yeah.
Russell, James Harden. Not Zubac. Is it Zubac? Zubac not on that no more.
Yeah, no, Zubac.
Is Zubac?
I got Zubac is really coming to his own and on the Clippers. He's a boner. Like I would argue top 10 center in the NBA.
Who would they play next if they make it out this round?
They're what, 4 and 5 or 5 and 6? No, 4 and 5, right?
Let me just look it up.
Yeah, if they're 4 and 5, they would play whoever wins between the 2nd and 7th, I think. Yeah.
Okay, they didn't do it the way I. Oh, here we go. Thank you. All right.
Okay,
So,
you have the bracket pulled up as well?
yes. So if the Clippers beat the Mavericks, they're going to play either the Thunder or the Pelicans. They wouldn't play the. They wouldn't play the what's it called Nuggets till like the conference finals out. They would have to make the conference finals.
Oh, they have to play the 1 seed.
Yeah.
That makes sense though, because you wouldn't want the 3rd seed or the 2nd seed to play the 1 seed that quickly. So that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna beat the Mavericks, and I don't think the Mavericks will beat OKC.
Okay. Okay. Why don't you think they'll beat the Mavericks? Because they have the starters and they have the bench. So what makes you think that?
Man, that Luka Doncic and Kyrie combination is really serious. Like, don't get me wrong, Russell Westbrook, Kawhi, PG, James Harden, very serious. Like that's real business. But it's something about the way that Kyrie and Luka score in the fourth quarter. Not to mention they have good, like reliable players around them, and they know how to use them.
Yeah.
And they're athletic. And let's not also forget, and as we saw, I don't know if it was last night or the night before, Luka Doncic is apparently a defender, like real deal.
Bro, you see the stat where it's like the whole team only scored 5 when he's a primary
When he
defender?
was on them. Luka Doncic is a defender, and Kyrie's reasonable on defense. I mean, he ain't no, but it's like they're a well-rounded team.
They are.
The Clippers are as well, but I don't know, man. I don't think that all-star combination is.
Here's what I think it is. I think I don't care how many good players there are, there has to be a defined pecking order. And I
100%.
think that the Clippers, they do have three different guys. And
Mm-hmm.
depending on the night, even four with Russell Westbrook, that could take over win you a game. But
Yeah.
I think they don't know who. Because look at like a Team USA. All of them all stars, all of them the best player on their team. But
Yeah.
there's somebody on that team that's gonna have to ride the bench. It's somebody
Mm-hmm.
on that team who's not in the last 2 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
It's somebody on that team whose job is to rebound, even though they average 17, 18, 20.
Very humbling experience for niggas who don't experience that at all,
Exactly. And so it's like,
possibly ever in their lives, depending on who it
even
is.
with the collection of the best players in the league, there's a
Mm-hmm.
pecking order. Like,
Mm-hmm.
like if you think about like 2008, Kobe took that three to put the dagger in Spain. You know what I'm saying? Like, although D Wade could have hit it, LeBron could have hit it,
True.
Carmelo could have hit it.
But they went to Kobe though.
You know what I'm saying? And so I think that's the same problem with, well, kind of with the Suns too. Is like one. I think for
Mm-hmm.
them, they need a facilitator. He doesn't have to be an all-star, but they need someone that can get the rock around.
How do you feel about IT? Is IT not a facilitator like that?
To me, he score first.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And I think you can have a score first point guard like Steph Curry, but you need a Draymond. You know what I'm saying? Or Iguodala.
There you
That
go.
doesn't mind just getting boards and playing defense and dishing the rock. Like, because think about it, right? To me, now I can't take credit for this take. I feel like I saw it on Instagram. But to me, in order for the Clippers to win, Kawhi has to be the Kawhi he was in San Antonio. In San,
100.
in San Antonio, he was a defender.
He
That's what
was.
he was doing. He
Well,
was the guy that's guarding LeBron James. Tim Duncan, Ginobili, Parker shared the load, getting the
mm-hmm.
buckets.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, Kawhi got buckets, but his job was you need to guard LeBron James.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that needs to be his job. He needs to be on Luka all night or Kyrie all night.
That's a great take.
And even to go, I can go even further. Paul George need to be on Kyrie all night. Kawhi need to be on Luka, and James Harden need to go get 35. Because we already know he can't guard. You know what I'm saying? And then Russell Westbrook will get the rebounds off the bench. He'll assist off the bench. Norman Powell is a bucket getter. You know what I'm saying?
Bucket getter. But I feel like Norman Powell would be a better Andre Iguodala.
Either way. I don't really
Not better than Andre Iguodala, but just a good Andre Iguodala for that team. So that's a very good point. That's a very good point.
That's what I think. I think the Clippers don't know who's supposed to take over. I think we know all of them could do it, but
James Harden is a perfect person to do that. This man used to average crazy numbers.
He averaged like 35 for like 60 games or something stupid like that. Like it was
Something
crazy.
stupid.
No, yeah. So I don't know, man. I think that's their problem. I think I definitely agree with you on that. I'm not convinced by them. Not convinced at all.
Yeah, man. So that's why, and I love OKC.
I do.
Man, I don't see them beating it. So like whatever, they're gonna win between the Mavericks and Clippers, unless the Mavericks just surprise me. I think the Mavericks need one more good piece in order to cross over somebody like OKC. That's just me. But like I said, it's the playoffs. I could be wrong, and I hope I am. I like the Mavericks, but I don't see OKC beating the Timberwolves. Niggas gonna disagree, but the Timberwolves energy is really different right now. Like they're one of those teams where it's like this is a playoff thing. Like
I watched them play defense on the Suns, and I was like, these guys can't score. They cannot score. Like they literally, there's nothing they can do. Like it's like, let's say you shake your man, like Rudy Gobert's long arms are at the free throw line. Or like if you're on the other side, then it's Cat. And then Jaden McDaniels is like 6'11 or 6'10, 7-foot wing.
Oh, and you know what's crazy, man? I remember when this first happened, when we first like saw the combination of Cat and Rudy Gobert once they traded him. And at least me, I was just like, this is stupid. Like, this is not going to work. Like, this is ridiculous. Really wrong. Really, really wrong.
And
like, wrong.
As much as I hate that Gobert got paid this much, if they win a championship, it was worth it.
100%. I think it already is the fact that they're in this position. Honestly.
And then Naz Reid, undrafted, that backup center.
Man!
And he's really a guard.
And let me tell you, bro. Let me tell you about that. This is why. it is very rare to find a team who can match up perfectly almost with the Nuggets. It's all about the Nuggets at the end of the day.
It is. The Nuggets are the new Warriors.
They are the new Warriors.
Yep.
So it's like you need somebody to match up with MPJ. You need somebody to match up. You gotta have somebody to match up with Jokic. And it is a must. It's actually probably the most important. You need somebody to match up with Jamal Murray for real.
Yeah.
Like obviously, like Jokic, but like Jamal Murray to me is like you're not locking him up. Your game.
You know why I think it's so hard to beat the Nuggets? And I just thought about this. Because it's very rare that Jokic has to go equally as hard on defense as he does on offense. Because in the West at center is getting buckets. Anthony Davis and him.
You're right.
And, you know, Karl Anthony Towns is like 23 points a game. That's good, but he's not having to guard a 27 points a game guy. You know what I'm saying? The only other guy like that is Joel Embiid. And fortunately for Jokic and fortunately for Embiid, they're in opposite conferences.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, I think that's a big reason. Like, if he's guarding Rudy Gobert, like, yeah, Rudy Gobert may get rebounds, putbacks, lobs, but he's not going for more than 16. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah. Anything else on the NBA before we move on?
No, that's it. That's it. We already know who's gonna win MVP, like stuff like that. Yeah, we can talk about the Hawks, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't really care. I will say, Trae Young said in his exit interview, I want to stay, but I want to win.
He's leaving. He's leaving.
All right. I don't want to talk about them, though. Nah, we can talk about it later time. Okay. Anything, what's on your mind? Anything pop culture, anything you been thinking about during the week?
Man, not for real. I don't think I was thinking about anything for real during the week. Oh, bro, no, actually, man, bro, a dream come true.
Okay.
They are coming out with a Wolverine and Deadpool.
Ah, yes.
And
Yeah.
this is really good. This may save Marvel. I don't think it will. I actually think Marvel is done for. And I love Marvel, but it's just like, what are you doing? You know, and this is all a part of their master plan. History, but
I have a confession.
what's up?
I haven't seen the first two.
Jesus, there you look.
1 second, my mom's calling me. Hold on. Sorry. Yes, ma'am.
Hey, you out early to go to the gym?
I went to the gym already, yeah.
No, I'm talking about tomorrow. Are you leaving out early to go to the gym?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
All
I'll
right.
put behind that. Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay, I haven't seen the first two. I started watching the first one, and I forgot why I stopped, but I need to catch up because all the hype has got me excited for the one with Wolverine.
Yeah, man, bro. Yeah, bro. You should. And honestly, bro, have you seen X-Men Origins? Like the Wolverine origin story movie?
Yeah, I think so. I feel like I've seen pretty much all the other X-Men, yeah.
Okay, yeah. No. The first two, I think you'd like it. Like it's the same comical vibes as like a Rick and Morty, except not as trippy. So it's pretty nice.
You know what I think? Speaking of Marvel saving, they have to go the adult route with Deadpool. That's the only way. Where we don't want any more pandering, women empowerment, family friendly, funny. And I'm sorry. Women movies are good when it's not obviously pandering.
Very true.
That's what I'm saying. Like when they do women stuff, it's very obviously pander move.
So let me ask you this question with that in mind. How did you feel about Woman King?
I didn't finish it, but I was liking it.
Okay.
I didn't think it was trash. I was into it, but I just didn't finish it. But like for example, like Hidden Figures with Taraji P. Henson and
So like that was pandering?
No, I liked it. I thought it was a good
Okay.
like it was a good story. It was a true like that's good woman empowerment. And I'm not just saying, or what's another one? I'll be honest. Maybe I'm sexist for this. I don't watch a lot of woman lead movies.
Maybe Color Purple, maybe.
Yeah. Have you seen The Man in the High Castle? That's a woman lead. I like that. I hated her character. I thought she was a bitch, but But speaking of TV shows, with women lead, have you seen Fallout?
Nah.
I watched the first episode. It's fire. I ain't gonna lie.
Is that based off of a video game or am I tripping? Okay.
And according to the people that I know that played the game, it's spot on. But I ain't gonna lie. First episode, I was like, I could not rest. There was no downtime. Like, from the jump. I'm talking about like 5-10 minutes in, action.
Like
Like,
Ozark type situation.
yes, because okay, this won't really spoil anything, but it's Fallout. So you get the premise, right? You know the premise.
It's kind of a post-apocalyptic type situation,
Yeah.
or
So the first scene, the world blows up and they all
mm,
run to their shelters. So that's how it starts. Right. And you know the Fallout guy, he's doing this. That's because you know the story behind that.
I have no
It's not
idea.
a thumbs up. It's if you see a cloud and you do this and your thumb covers it, it's a mushroom cloud. And that means it's a bomb. So when you see the guy doing this, it's not a thumbs up. It's him checking for the mushroom cloud.
Hmm.
And so that's how it starts. It's like a bird, and it's like this dystopian, not dystopian future, but it's like 60, it's the future, obviously, but it's not like 60s vibes to it. So they're dressing like it's the 60s, and the TVs are circular like it's the 60s. You know what I'm saying? And so it's got this retro futuristic vibe. That's the word. And like the bombs blow up, and then it cuts like 219 years later, and then that's where it starts. It's super dope. The way they build the world and how society would have had to adapt is super cool. Things that are important or a big deal to us aren't a big deal to them. Like it's so dope. It's so dope. But yeah, highly recommend. Yeah.
What's that on? Not
Amazon.
that I need to get addicted to. Okay, nice.
Yeah. Tay said she was pulling in, so she'll be here. Betty.
Okay. Bro, I don't want to bring this up, but it actually is troubling me just a little bit, bro. Can you believe that Kanye West is getting into the porn industry?
That was that disappointed me. That disappointed
I was
me.
also disappointed.
I'll be honest. I always knew he didn't really love God the way he was talking.
Oh,
Come on. I mean, the music was great, and maybe for a moment it was real, but I felt like it was a ploy. And in the diss, he says rap got boring, so I had to try gospel or something. Like it was to me. I'm just like, okay. To be honest, he'll probably make fire porn. It's gonna pop. And I think this is his way of like this is Kanye's equivalent of being like a has been baddie musical artist that does OnlyFans.
this just seems very low.
It is. It's low. There's no
And
other
it's
way.
not like the world needs that. Like we don't need that.
We don't. But unfortunately, people aren't biting on the music.
That's because that joke was actually not that great. And what's crazy is he had a couple hits on there, and niggas still mess with that, which to me should show you, bro. You just gotta tap into another bag of greatness. Like I'm sure Vultures 2 could have been better. Like, bro, and the reason why I'm upset is because I seen an interview and he was just like, I'm upset with God. Like he was like, God did this literally like I'm not gonna say literally, but I'm gonna say paraphrase what he's saying. He's like, bro, like God didn't bless me the way I needed him to, or something like that. So I'm not really feeling him right now. And I will be very honest and say that is very respectable to even say.
No, every Christian has this feeling, no doubt.
I've had this feeling very recently. You know what I'm saying? So it's very respectable. It is, and I don't say this condescendingly, nor from a place that I am better than him. But it's more so just like, but why the shift? Like,
Yeah.
why this shift? Like, I would have preferred you to just make bad music, honestly.
Yeah.
I would have preferred you just make bad music. Why pornography? Like, that's honestly the worst thing. And like, it's bad. It's pretty bad. I can't get with it. I love, and what's crazy, I guess I'm sad because I loved Kanye. Like,
Yeah.
I still do. Like, old Kanye, I literally, it's just like this. I love old, just making beats, making great music. What up, man?
Hey, Taylor.
What's up? What's up? I'm so sorry to be late.
Nah, you're straight, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, so we were discussing Kanye West's recent venture into the porn game.
Yes. What's up with that? And I love the soft launch because he's been telling us this entire time.
How? Talk about
his
it.
wife. His wife is his muse. She goes outside naked. She's barefoot all the time. He's been soft launching this forever.
Getting head
With him,
on
the
the
clothing line, the nude colors. He's a freaky nigga.
He is a marketing genius.
Yeah. And getting to that, did you see how they said Jay-Z's next in terms of P. Diddy?
No.
I believe yes.
What are you talking?
Yeah.
They're into some
Who
freaky
said that?
stuff.
Who said that, Tay? Who said that?
But it doesn't even matter who said. They're in the same circles. They're billionaires.
They're
You know what
tight.
I'm saying?
Like P. Diddy and Jay-Z are tight.
Yeah, there's no way that Jay-Z doesn't know what Diddy's doing and vice versa. Like,
I don't think he's gonna get caught. I don't think they're gonna catch a boat though.
yeah.
Let me ask y'all something.
Quote unquote.
Does money change your, like, if a person is rich enough, is there an automatic level of respect to where it changes how you feel about certain things? Because let's say, like, here's what I'm saying, right? So, for example, I don't believe if Diddy and Jay-Z were like homies that were middle class guys in New York, that Jay-Z would be like, oh, like, yeah, you're gay. You fuck a lot of dudes. I don't really care. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just not common in black culture, especially black men, right? And so I'm not condoning it or anything. I'm just saying, like, but we're both rich. We can both do whatever we want, and we both have this level of success. Do you think that knowing what it takes to get that kind of money and meeting someone else that has done it that you get along with, do you think that it creates this sort of acceptance of like whatever the fuck? Because you know what it takes to get that kind of money, or you know what I'm saying? Like,
I think it's yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I think it's a combination of things like society, for instance, being gay or a part of the whatever now is more accepted. So most artists are saying that they're bi or vice versa. But in that era, they have to be straight. You know what I'm saying? Because if he wanted to just nip all this in the bud, he would just say, "Yeah, I'm a freak and I like to have gay sex." You know what I'm saying? That's accepted because we don't care. But him denying it so hard and him being a millennial, you know what I'm saying? So it's like if you're a part of that generation, they're but creative niggas are getting in the studio and they're getting high and they're kissing. And I don't doubt that was what was happening with Kanye West or all of those greats. You know what I'm saying? They're just keeping it on the hush because it wasn't cool in that era. But there's no difference in my eyes. Like they're just saying that they're straight. And that's the problem.
Fair enough. What do you think, Chris?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I just don't know. I do wonder. Well, yeah, I do wonder. Like you said, why hide that? Well, not even. Yeah, I wonder why hide that at this point in our life. But I mean, I don't know, man. They're too rich for me to understand. So
I do have a point though. Brotherly love back then was also different.
Talk about that.
Like just before it was gay. Like, niggas are hugging each other. Like, even go as far as like a little kiss on the cheek. But
Right.
like, I love you. And that was kind of their thing. But they took it to the next level one night and never looked back.
Crazy.
Yeah. I mean, but yeah, that is nuts. That is nuts.
Yeah.
It's why did it's the fact that you gave us the history on it, like it was just like this is how it all started. Like we just got that.
No, not at all. This is a theory.
No, I understand.
Who knows?
Okay, so do y'all think Jay-Z is going down for like freak stuff or like other illegal activities? Because I don't think it necessarily has to be freak sex trafficking, stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, it was probably like, oh, Diddy's throwing a party. I'm not going tonight. Or like he'll go make an appearance and he leaves early because he knows what's about to go down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm wondering if he's gonna get caught up on like Biggie's murder or something. Like, I'm wondering if that's what like it's gonna be like. I'm thinking it's gonna be more than sex trafficking and blackmail. I think it's gonna be like murder and money laundering and a bunch of stuff like that. That's what I think.
I don't know. That nigga got his hand in the court though. Like He be getting people out of jail. He be getting people back home
That's
to
what
the
I'm saying,
USA.
bro. This is
You
not
don't
gonna
know.
change you.
You don't know what he's capable of.
Yeah, I agree.
You know. And wasn't he on the list for the Epstein people? Or I don't know.
Jay-Z?
I can't remember. It was Beyonce, I think. The list is crazy. Is my point.
Who knows? Um,
Yeah.
Tay, you put a good.
Huh?
Oh, you put a good question in the group chat. If you
Oh.
weren't black, what race would you be?
Do y'all want me to go first?
Yes.
I don't want to go first though. Somebody else go first. Christian go first. Or somebody.
I don't want to be any other race other than the black personally.
Can you please be fun and just?
I'm sorry. When I saw the question, I tried.
I don't think
There's
anybody
no other-
wants to be another race. Let's say
I
black.
know, but I can't even fathom.
I understand. Right here,
I'm
brother.
just so black.
You're safe. You're
can't
safe.
even-
I feel that way too. I don't want
You know
to
what I'm saying?
necessarily be any other race.
Honestly, when
But
I
if
saw
I could be,
there is no could. See, when I saw it, see, this is the problem with y'all brothers and sisters. When I saw that message, I smacked my teeth. What kind of stupid
all right,
question is that?
I'll go ahead.
am black and I only want to be black. But if
Me
I
too.
could be another race,
Here you go.
I think maybe somewhere between maybe, and this is a maybe, somewhere between Asian and I want to say Mexican, but I'm also feeling the Middle East right now. You feel me? Like I'm feeling that area. So but one of those three.
Are you saying Mexican or Hispanic?
Hispanic, excuse me.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, there's a difference.
There is a difference.
Okay, so why expound on that? Why do you say Asian and Hispanic? Like
Asian,
maybe.
I'm starting to appreciate their culture because I'm getting into cars, and I always like their seemingly minimalist lifestyle or certain, I guess certain cultures. I just like that. They seem and I like anime, so that too. Also, some of their beast dress is very nice to me. Some of their culture.
Oh yeah, their streetwear, their fashion
and
We having that
apparently they stole it from us, but maybe that's why I like it. Who knows? But like
appropriation.
yeah. So and then Mexican / Hispanic because I'm feeling, you know what I'm saying. They seem very fun and family loving as well. So I like that. And yeah, Middle East. I don't know why.
That's good. Yeah, that's good. Derek, would you like to go next?
I would say definitely Asian. I feel like one, guaranteed delicious food, guaranteed.
Okay, yeah.
I personally love Asian food. I love Korean. I love Chinese. I love Japanese. I love all that shit. Okay. Dress like Christian mentioned, but also I'll probably be smart. Call me a stereotypist, whatever. I would like to be good at math by default. All right. You know what I'm saying?
Whoa.
I mean, okay, also just being a stereotypes, why is it bad for me to assume that you're smart and educated? You know what I'm saying?
Be honest about that, Derek. That's one of those things that feels like, and maybe I shouldn't say this. I actually shouldn't. So I think I won't. But
I can edit it out.
Like, right, I forgot. It does feel ultra sensitive.
Yeah, right.
Extremely sensitive.
Like I'm not offended that you think I'm probably good at basketball. I'm not hurt by that. I was really good at basketball.
Bro, what?
You know what I'm saying?
I don't think Asians are offended by that though. Are they?
Nah, them kids be offended by it.
White people.
I think they embrace it.
They should.
And it's not even the smartness, it's because of the structure within their families. That's why they're like that. They're the average person. It's not like they have a boost in IQ just because they're Asian. It's because how they're raised. You know what I'm saying? They get home, they do their homework, they fold their clothes, they do all that stuff, and they go to sleep. They don't be doing all the foolishness we be doing, and they eat like really healthy. So
You know
there's a
what,
difference.
Tay? That's a good point. It's not that they're predisposed to being smarter. It's
No, we are all capable.
structure. God damn it, Tay. I've never heard that before. That's a great ass point. I've actually never heard that before.
Just watching the shows, like, well, or even in marketing, they talk about how they really incorporate like family values. Those things are important to them. Like, that's not really our passion, you know what I'm saying?
We're a country of anything goes. I hate that shit. I hate that shit.
Yeah.
I fucking hate that shit.
Like, come home, take your shoes off, change your clothes, start laundry, do your work. You know, they're very different. But that's a good answer. But listen, guys, I would be white. I would either be a white woman or a white male. No matter, oppression free. Are you serious? Like, I love being black. I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
But oppression free. Could you imagine like driving down the street and you're not looking for cops? You're not even worried about policemen.
Right.
Just going in the store free. Nobody's staring at you. Nobody's trying to, like, could you even imagine a life like that? No. The closest thing you're going to get to that is having all white friends and they say, oh, he's with me. I'm like, oh, it's really nice. Or even a white man, like jobs. You're getting jobs easier. I just want to see what that's like. I want to feel the white privilege, wear a hoodie and nobody thinks that I'm stealing, just white privilege. It seems amazing. But that's really all I want to be white for.
You know what I'd be? I'd be a dog in a white family.
Silver platter.
Facts.
Silver platter. For real.
Good
answer. And then if I wasn't white, I'd be Hispanic as well. Because like they can dance, they can cook, you know what I'm saying? Like they got hair, they be looking good.
Yeah.
Some of them be having a good body,
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie.
It takes a lot of extra work for them. That's really what it is, I think.
Hey, ass is hard to come by in the Hispanic community.
That's what I was saying. It depends on the Hispanic, because you said Mexican. I don't want to get canceled, but they tend to be shorter and squarer.
Yeah.
But if you get somebody from Guatemala or like Argentina, they be bad.
Or Brazil.
You see what I'm saying? I mean, but they're Portuguese. So it's different.
Wait, no, I thought Portuguese was in Europe.
But they speak Portuguese. No,
you were saying they were Portuguese. I thought, but Brazilians in general are shapely people, right?
I don't think so.
Oh, yes, but I'm saying they're not Hispanic.
Really?
Oh, that's what you mean. Okay, no, right.
I thought they were more like white shaped, like white people shaped.
Nah.
No, they be thick. They be it ranges. Because some of them look like fridges and some of them look good.
Interesting.
Yeah. From copious amounts of video research, if you will, I can confirm.
But that's a scary thing.
I have one more question on the structure thing that we were talking about with the Asians before we move on to unlicensed theory, because we got some bangers and I've been waiting all week to ask these questions.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Speaking of structure, do you guys think you're gonna be strict or lenient parents?
Strict, but honest. So like also lenient, like for when it comes a time when it's time to smoke weed, you can smoke in my driveway.
Got you.
I don't want you smoking or sneaking or I don't know, but you can smoke weed in the driveway. Don't let me catch you smoking weed outside of school, smoking weed, I don't know, at your friend's house. I don't know. Don't let me catch you anywhere else smoking weed. Or if you get caught up for that, I'm going to be pissed.
Yeah.
because I allowed a safe space for you. You know what I'm saying? Like things like that.
That's fair. Okay. What about you, Chris?
Yeah.
I think I don't know, man. I don't know. I think it'll be somewhere between like I think it'll be lenient. For some reason, I have a sneak suspicion that I'll end up with very responsible children who really won't need me that much. So I don't know why. But it's just like, and not like I plan on dipping on these little guys. Like I ain't thinking like that. I'm more so thinking like it's just like they'll have a little bit more common sense than their father did. So like just quick, you know what I'm saying? So like
You
I
reap
feel
what
like,
you sow.
huh?
You
Yeah,
reap what you sow.
I hope you mean that in a positive way.
Yeah.
Um, no, but yeah. So I think because of that, I'll just be lenient because they're just like I don't like they're just smart kids.
That's
Like
for
they,
sure.
yeah.
I think I'm probably just gonna play off my wife. I feel like I grew up in a, depending on who we're talking to, relatively strict household. Like,
Mm,
and so,
Yeah.
but I think I'll play off my wife. Like, if she's strict, I'll be lenient. If she's lenient, I'll be strict. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
Balance.
don't mind because I know I can be a strict parent and still a parent that the kids want to be around and like. Because my parents were strict, but I never hated my parents. Of course, I'm pissed sometimes 'cause I can't do what I want to do, but I never felt like I couldn't talk to them. I never felt like, you know what I'm saying, if I was really in trouble, they wouldn't help me, or if I fucked up, they'd kick me out or something. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely know how to be a strict but likable,
Yeah.
loving, open parent. You know what I'm saying? And then
Yeah.
in regards to being lenient, I think also having those strict parents teaches you how to be lenient responsibly. So I think whichever my wife decides, I'll just do the opposite.
Yeah. And we're also Gen Z too. So like we understand social media. We understand a lot more things. So it'll be different. But I don't think like we're just not gonna put up with no bullshit, I think. You know.
definitely not.
We're all pretty cool.
Yeah.
Christian might be petty for his kids.
Oh, I definitely.
Like I didn't
I'll
get to have
definitely be
that, so
petty
you don't get to have that either.
because I'm petty with my niece, so I'll definitely be petty with my kids.
Oh, can you
Yeah.
give us an example?
I mean, like I'll just start getting on her nerves when she starts being rude to me. Like she wanted some applesauce. I was like, you've never had applesauce before. She's like, I want it anyway. And I'm just like, bro, who are you talking to? She's like, just give me the applesauce, Christian. She doesn't call me Uncle Christian. She calls me Christian. Yeah. So
Mhm.
it's cool because I did my uncle like that. So it's cool. But yeah. And so I'm like, okay, so I give her the applesauce. And she said, and she goes like this. And I'm like, oh, so I start slowly opening the applesauce and I just start eating it in front of her.
Oh my
Like,
god.
you know, I just because she's also 5, so I'm not finna like, you know what I'm saying? I can't do nothing too petty, but you know, I could do little
Yeah.
things.
That's fun.
Yeah. I'm cutting the Wi-Fi off. I'm cutting everything off.
Sure. Hold on, though.
My mom used to do that to me. I used to hate that shit.
You cut the Wi-Fi off. That's tough. And I remember your old Douglasville house. The service was not good over there. The service.
Bro, it was terrible. Cut the Wi-Fi off. I was so mad. I barricaded my room. She didn't care either. She left me and went to work. And I remember it was like, what was it called? ITBS, what the standardized testing. I something.
Yeah.
Anyway, and I was like, man, I gotta get to school because she gonna make me like be late or like retake it. So I went and walked around the neighborhood. I asked all my neighbors, I was like, can y'all take me to school, please? Because I wasn't gonna call my mama.
I
I was
respect.
I was proving a point. Like, I don't need you. And then my neighbor took me to school and she's like, how did you get to school? I was like, don't worry about it. I'm telling you, bro, we really got into it.
That's a win.
Then she did her big one. She did her big one the next year and sent me to boarding school. So, you know.
Yo, I've only ever won like one or two arguments with my mom, and the way I know I won is when she doesn't respond.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot we were having a debate, and I said, "Set it, thing," and she was just quiet, and I was like, "Holy shit!" I just won.
I'm telling you, when your parents, we've got to talk about this, like another episode. Like when your parents gain consciousness, like they're aware that you are also an adult. It's like, oh, this person that I popped out has their own opinion,
Yeah.
and I know that shuts them up so bad, bro. Like I'll never forget the first time I spazzed on my parents, and they just looked at me in disbelief. But it wasn't anything disrespectful, but it was like,
You
it's
stood your
about
ground.
time. Exactly. Have you had to do that with your parents? Or not really?
Yes, but I'll be honest, I don't have the balls to do it the way you did it.
Oh, yeah.
I learned to really communicate. Like I
Yeah.
learned like years and years of trying to debate my mom. I just learned how to communicate.
Mm.
And I learned that if
Mm.
I'm right, my dad will be silent. And he's
Mm.
y'all's thing, you know what I'm saying? And so I was like, okay, like, cause men logical, right? And of course my mom, she wants me to be safe and all that stuff, but I knew my dad was gonna be logical. So I'm like, if I'm right, he won't take
Mm.
it, but at least not in front of me. Like behind what I do know is my dad has definitely fought for me, quote unquote, when I'm not around, right? Because as parents,
Mm.
united or whatever. So I knew like if I'm being logical, my dad will have my back. It's just I gotta.
Mm.
So I was just able over time, just like, look, like, what are we gonna do? And also
Yeah,
getting a job, like having my own whip, paying.
that helps out.
I bought it. I paid it off. I paid the insurance. I paid the
Mm.
maintenance. Like that helps a lot because it's like, do you like? Oh, like I guess the big one is like I'll kick you out, but if I got a whip and a job, I'll make it. So it's like, then
Mm.
is it really worth it? What are we really solving? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, I just had to learn really effective communication.
Yeah, but your parents seem like communicators though.
Oh yeah, definitely. I definitely am very grateful
Yeah.
because they're
Yeah.
communicators that I learned that from a young age.
Yeah, you're definitely blessed because, like, my household is like, I'm the parent and you're the child. So whatever I say goes.
Yeah.
But if I see something that doesn't make sense, I'm like, listen, mom and dad, like, I don't like this. And I'm 23 now. So
Mm,
what are we gonna do about this? You can't say I'm the adult and you just
yeah.
listen to what I say. No, this doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And they respected that because points were made.
Points were
There's
made.
nothing you can do for real. But
And
it's just so funny to see them like realize that I am also an adult. So it's like you can't beat me.
mm.
Like what are you gonna do?
Yeah, I think it was hard for my mom in the beginning because like I kind of did my little defiant things where because earlier on I would tell my mom everything, both of them, but and like not in like I had to, just I wanted to, seeking advice, whatever. And like, I'm
Yeah,
a
yeah.
child, so in a lot of ways they're like my siblings. I think that helped too. I didn't have no siblings. So it was like
Mm,
there had to be one way or another, I was gonna get that experience of telling somebody or having it out over an issue. Like one way or another, those experiences had to happen. And in some
yeah.
fashion, all within the boundaries of respect, it happened with my parents. And so
Mm,
I think it in a way forced them to have to listen to me. Like even if
mm,
like especially like you start being sexually active, for example, or it's like, what are we gonna do? Keep this nigga in the house? You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. So
yeah.
fortunately, it was also a space in which I could be honest, right? And I'm not
Yeah.
wild monkey sex having individual, but like of course it's tough, and my mom's not really trying to hear that shit. And of course you're gonna be like, that's why you should do it, whatever, whatever. But that helped them be like, okay, this nigga's grown. Like, we just gotta
Mm,
because at some point I see as a parent, you have to put faith in how you raise your children.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good point. Points were made.
So, guys, unlicensed therapy. These are questions from last week. You guys answered them way after the podcast had already ended. So I think what we need to do is put the thing out like at the beginning of the week. And then
Yeah. It's just we never know when we're gonna record at
exactly.
this point. So
Thanks. Okay.
but
First question. How do you come back after breaking someone's trust to rebuild the relationship / friendship in a healthy way? Tay, you go first.
um From experience, I think that space is the best thing that you can do. Um, I'm a communicator. I like to work through things, like what's the misunderstanding? How did I do this? Let's just do better. But some people actually need like their space. Don't see them, don't contact them. Like just leave it alone. And after some time has passed, I guess you guys meet up and talk and see how you guys feel about it. I feel like that's the best thing to do because you need space from someone to figure out how you feel, how you want to move forward, and if you're seeing them every day, still talking to them, it's going to mess everything up. So space is what I say.
I agree. I think that's a good point. What about you, Chris?
I think I also think it depends on how you guys end the thing. Because if you ended things not that great, 9 times out of 10 that's not even gonna happen for real. And that's just because it just shouldn't. That's really what that is. But I mean, I don't really know anybody like that. So I'm just gonna assume that, like, assuming that you ended things halfway decent, you can always just hit that person up. That's been my experience, at least.
Mm.
I think both of you are right. I pretty much agree with Tay. So I don't want to just regurgitate her point. I do want to say I think your mindset's important.
Mm.
I think it's selfish to think, okay, I did something wrong and now I want to rebuild trust because I miss the connection.
Yeah, true.
You have to understand that it's going to be on the other person's terms. It's going to be in their home court, you know what I'm saying? How they want to do it as long as they want to take, like, of course it can get unhealthy, maybe they can flip it on you trying to hold it over your head. But in general, I think your mindset is important. Don't think, okay, I did something wrong, but now I want to reconcile, so we should reconcile. Like, that's selfish.
Yeah.
Consider it.
Yeah, that is selfish.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Next question. I look to say this one for last. This is the best one. Okay. Do you guys feel like asking for a gift back after a bad breakup is weird? I'll say I'm not one to ask for gifts back in general, but I remember in high school I had a breakup and I was like, I ain't gonna lie. It was amicable, it was on good terms. I was like, I need that hoodie back. I need that hoodie back. And fortunately enough, shouts out to her, she gave it back to me.
Get you back.
Yeah, but yeah, I think in general, if you bought a gift for someone, that's petty. That's petty as fuck.
I think it depends on how long it's about the gift. Right. Let's say I bought a gift for you and you broke up with me the next week. I'm asking for that back. Just to be petty. Depending on how you broke up with me.
It's not even a gift for me. I want all of the money that I have ever sent you back. I want all of that shit back. I want all of the meals. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't even have to be no gift. It's the bread. But now getting older, we make more money, life moves on, shit like that. I was just, you be hurt. Niggas be hurt. And that's why they be asking for shit back. Because for real, you can keep it. And every time you look at that shit, you go, oh, they got me that. Or just like, oh, but it just be petty stuff. I really be wanting the bread. Like, bitch, I spent $300 on that. You know what I'm saying? But it's not even that deep. It's petty though. You should just let them keep it, maybe think of you. And if they throw it away, they throw it away. But
to Christian's point, I do think proximity of breakup to gift being given has a lot to do with how I'm gonna feel. But yeah, okay. Grand fucking finale, guys. Background noise gang. This is the kind of questions we want when we say unlicensed therapy. Okay,
this man is insane, bro.
This is amazing. Okay, this is like a little paragraph. Look at this. Check this out.
Oh my goodness.
Crack that phone.
That's exactly what I want.
This is what we want. Okay. Let me clear my throat.
No shade to the other questions. We also like those.
We like them, but this is we want to change lives. Okay. All right. I am a 21-year-old woman, and I feel like my significant other does not know how to accommodate my love languages.
Mm.
Only ask for quality time, but they never have money to plan dates. I go beyond love language expectations, but I don't feel like they try like I do. I love them, but I think I'd rather be single. Help.
Oh, well,
We're here to help, goddammit. Christian, looks like you have something to say. Please go ahead, my brother.
let me just make this known because and people will never understand. And it's let me. I'm sorry, I got excited. It is okay that people won't understand because it's your life, and nobody understands you better than you except for the Lord Himself. But if you are in a place where you don't think you want to be in a relationship, and that thought is overwhelming enough, get up out of there. Bottom line, forget about everything else. If something like this, I'm not saying this is a small issue, but this is an issue that it's not a small issue, but this is something that some people can look at and be like, I love them anyways type situation. And if this is what makes you want to say, I don't think I want to be in a relationship, oh yeah, get up out of there. Not saying that you're wrong. It's just showing, okay, there's still something in you that wants to be single. Because I don't think this is enough to break up with somebody. I think this is enough to tell somebody, you need to get your bread up, bro. I'm tired of not going out on dates. And I think personally, like if I was to hear that as a man, that would be the last time I ever heard that. That's probably what I need to hear, honestly. But that's not the point. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
And that's your problem. That's your problem. When I heard that shit, that is crazy.
What you talking about?
Talking about I probably need to hear that shit, but that's not the point. And just kept moving on. Like, what?
What are you talking about? I'm just saying, like, I didn't mean from that perspective. I mean, like, as a man, like, imagine you chilling with a girl, you really feeling her, you think you're doing what you need to do, and she hits you up and like, man, no, you haven't taken me on a date in a month because you're broke.
Okay, hold on. Let's just pause for a second. Because I'm a visual learner, I can't completely understand because you read it to me. So if you could please text it so I can read it really quickly. I'm so sorry that I'm retarded.
I will say my opinion while you. Okay, so one, I think your feelings are valid, young lady. I would say you said I only ask for quality time, but they never have money to plan dates. You're 21. I'm gonna assume you're in college. Niggas is broke. Okay, you can't expect a nigga to be even if it's Chili's. That's a lot of money to do even once a week in college. You know what I'm saying? Now maybe this nigga's mismanaging his money. That's respect. That's another thing. But keep that in mind. Also, quality time does not equate to money having dates, right? Like I said, maybe you just want to get five guys and watch Netflix, right? I don't know what your specifications are. But I would say quality time doesn't equate to doing something that requires money. Oh, maybe the walks are getting boring, maybe picnics, you know what I'm saying, are getting old. I don't know. But also to Christian's point, you say I go beyond love language expectations. I don't know what his are, so we'll take your word for it, right? But you feel like they don't try like you do. But here's the bottom line. If you keep telling that nigga what you want and he's not making an effort to do it, it's time to go. It's over with. You're 21, you about to graduate. That relationship isn't gonna last much longer past college anyway. I ain't gonna lie to you. Let me tell you something. That shit's not gonna last, gang. Like that's probably gonna end regardless of what happens. Y'all could solve this issue. Y'all got like 4 or 5 more months max. Okay. So you know what I'm saying? If you feel like he's not accommodating you the way you need to be accommodated, and if you feel like you've tried multiple times to let this nigga know, get out of there. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean it was a waste of time. And that doesn't mean you didn't learn something that's going to help you for the next relationship. He just wasn't the one. And that's fine. I promise you'll get over it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I completely agree. Saying I feel like my significant other does not know how to accommodate my love languages. I only ask for quality time, but then they never have money to plan dates. I'm trying to understand the correlation between the two. You know what I'm saying? You can still have quality time, but you said, but they never plan dates. That doesn't necessarily. Oh, they never have money. That's where it goes like downhill a little bit. Also, besides all of that, when I was 21, I thought I was grown. I am now 23. The shit I was talking about when I was 21 was baby shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so just be grateful.
Crazy.
If you really like the nigga or the woman, I think you guys should have fun, enjoy yourselves. And if you really don't feel appreciated, then, express that to them and leave. But at the same time, you said I go beyond love language expectations, but I feel like they don't try like I do. Just give it up. It's not that deep.
Yeah. And also, I'm wondering, it could just be me reading into it, but I'm wondering by the phrasing of this question, how much communication you're actually doing with him.
Yes.
I'll be honest, I don't feel like you've actually really had this conversation with Buddy.
Oh yeah.
And what I've noticed is from my own experiences, and this is not any fault of yours, I think this comes with maturity, but women have a way of hinting instead of just saying things. And as a man, I want you to know what's going over my head. Or I'm saying that you need to communicate, and I'm not going for nothing else other than direct communication. So I have a feeling you haven't been directly communicating.
I feel that way as well.
Because if you say like, hey, I want to go on dates, he's going to respond with, I don't have the bread for it. So then you come up with a compromise. If you want a nigga with more money, so be it. I think you're shallow, so be it. You know what I'm saying? Assuming this nigga is good in all the other places, right? But also, I also can't help but feel like your love language has a direct correlation with money. And I'm
because why would you say I only ask for quality time, but they never have money to plan dates?
And it's like,
you
maybe
don't like him.
Yeah, or maybe your love language is receiving gifts. And that's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing
You
wrong.
don't like him.
Yeah, maybe you don't like that nigga as much as you think you do. Maybe he's putting that peen on you. You know,
I mean, I don't want to project, but I'm just saying, like, if someone is down, right? If someone is down, they don't have a bread, and you genuinely like them, it's like it's okay, babe. Like we're gonna make a plan so you can get money.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. But if he's down, don't be like, oh, I'm gonna leave him because he doesn't have any money to plan dates. Like that's not adding up. Do you still like him or not?
You're absolutely right. Yeah.
And you also said very specifically, verbatim, I think I just want to be single. Yeah, so it's like you're kind of asking us to tell you whether or not to break up with this nigga. Like you don't really want to solve the problem. You just want to make sure you don't look like an ass.
And let me tell you something about that. You're gonna look like that regardless. Nobody likes to get feelings hurt. You can be as honest as possible. You can be as loving as possible in what you're gonna say. He's gonna go back to his homies. He's gonna become a villain, and he's gonna level up for your sake to stun on you. And to his homies, from his homies' perspective, you're gonna look crazy. But from your perspective,
hopefully he just gets that check and moves on.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Don't feel bad. We're shitting on you a little bit, and that's okay.
Yes, we are.
From a place of experience, not
yeah, 1,000,000%.
You'll understand what we're saying sooner than you think. You know what I'm saying?
Even though we're only
in like 6 months. In 6 months.
Yeah, we're only. And trust, right when you graduate college, you're gonna be like, "Oh, okay." You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's not that far away, but it just makes that much of a world of difference.
And you might still appreciate him for spending time with him.
100%.
And also, I would say, I feel like there's so many options. You're like, okay, baby, at least once a month, every other week. Like, let's make him be.
If you genuinely like him.
And also, ladies, it's okay to teach your man things. He's only 21. He's not gonna be this leader that's ready to be a husband. The nigga's in college. He goes home to his summertime. Like it's okay to teach. It's okay to tell a man what you need from him. There's nothing wrong with that. You're
They
not.
don't be down. They don't be down.
Yeah, it's like you're not losing control. That's another thing. I feel like relationships become about who's in control and competition. That's some internet shit. But it's okay to say, hey, babe, I need this from you. And I feel like
Yeah.
I'm not getting it. There's nothing wrong with that. And if he's a good man and a good nigga, he'll hear that and he'll act on it. And if he's not, drop his ass. But
Mm,
you gotta communicate. You gotta come to a relationships, healthy ones are all about communication and compromise.
mm. I feel like the view on dating is just a little conflicted because, they want people to figure it out together.
Yeah.
Now people want you to come with your shit already figured out. You know what I'm saying? And while that is nice, I feel like it kind of shits on the whole purpose of a relationship because I like you for you. And if you have goals, I'm gonna help you achieve those goals. Or we're gonna achieve them together, or you want to achieve them on your own. But because you haven't achieved those goals yet, or you're not striving to, it's like, oh, I'm just like I don't want to mess with you at all. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like you have to have it already together. So women are just so
Every
harsh.
nigga that's got it together at 21, unless he's
Yeah.
an NBA player or some sort of professional athlete.
And that's what really pisses me off about these ladies. They have, I know high expectations are good,
Yeah.
but like you're holding these men to a really high standard.
And
And that's okay.
yeah.
But you have to help. You looking pretty is not enough. I've said this before. It's not enough. It's
But you know
not enough.
what we've done is we've allowed attractiveness slash sex to be
Yeah.
equal payment
Every,
to anything. And that's where
Mm.
men messed up. That's
yeah.
we allowed a woman that looks good, that's willing to give us cooch. All right, whatever you want. I just want the cooch. We've
And cook a meal.
and
If you can cook, that's it.
I ain't gonna lie. Let me tell you something. If you really want to control a nigga, you can control him with the pot. The more you can the pussy. Trust me. Let me tell you something. If you can throw down, I'll put up with
Eric!
bullshit. If you can throw down,
Yo!
I will put up with
God.
some bull. And at first, I want to say this is no reflection of my own relationship. It's very happy and healthy. However,
We don't even have to say that shit anymore, okay?
you're right.
Leave Derek alone.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Fuck nigga.
He's happy. Keep going.
But yeah, if you can cook, I'll put up with some bullshit. I ain't gonna lie. I'll put up with some bullshit.
Yeah, a lot of niggas do. But it's more than that. Like praying together or writing down your goals. Like niggas need help. I need help. I'm not no nigga, but y'all see what I'm saying. Like I'm sick of just like looking good and sex and then like that's no. We need to sit down and apply to these jobs together.
Yeah.
Let's fix our resumes together.
Yeah. Work on our
But
credit.
they don't be wanting to do that.
Yeah.
They want to make TikToks. I can't do it, Lord.
Yeah, they want to do
can't
couple
do
goal
it.
shit. They want to go on vacation and do TikTok trends and shit. That's not what it's about. That's
No.
superficial as fuck, bro.
That's what I'm saying. We need to work on resumes together. Like, guys need help.
And here's the thing.
Like, girls need help too, but it's like,
No, go ahead. My bad.
go ahead. I just feel like they're not staying down. Like, if you want your intimate, if you want, and you genuinely like him, you're gonna set out the time to help your man or your partner to be a better version of themselves. End of story. It's not, oh, he's not doing this. He doesn't have money for dates, so now I'm going to leave him. That doesn't sound right. If you want to do better, if y'all want to grow, help each other out. That's the whole point. And that's all I have to say. I'm finished.
And it's two things. It's okay to just want to be taken out. Get a roster of niggas that'll do that. There's nothing wrong with that. And I feel like also we've created a narrative, especially in the Adventist community, that if you entertain more than one person, you're some kind of hoe. No, you're a hoe if you're fucking everyone. If your draws are everywhere, you're a hoe. But if you got motion and niggas want to take you out, let 3-4 niggas take you out a week. That's fine. If that's what you want right now, have it. That's okay. And another thing you'll understand, young lady, is that I love saying that. Like I'm not 23, but like the happy relationship you're looking for isn't made on those dates. It's made in the car, listening to music, hanging out in the room, shooting the shit. It's made in all the moments between the dates. The dates, if anything, are a culmination of the appreciation you have for each other. It's a time to enjoy someone that you love, that you built something with. But your relationship is not built on that shit. It's built on all the little regular, mundane, boring, regular day-to-day shit.
Exactly.
It's built on the hard conversations like, hey, I know money is tight, but I want to be taken out. That's where your good relationship is built. You know what I'm saying? You won't find happiness on the date. You'll find it telling this nigga what you need and how to take care of you and how to be your man. God damn it. Let me tell you something. If we aren't spitting motherfucking facts on Unlicensed Therapy this week, you know what I'm saying?
I'm telling you, that was really
That
good.
was actually really sound advice, actually. You should take what you just heard and really just pray about it and then act on it, because that was good stuff.
Yeah.
Listen, we're right. We know because we've been there.
Yes.
Listen to your elders.
Listen to us. We
Yes.
got
If you really want to DM me personally, I won't air it out. I'll
Don't
help you.
DM me. I'm gonna tell people, but Tay won't. Tay won't.
Yeah, I won't. I genuinely want to see what's going on. Like, if you need some help, just let me know.
Yeah.
That was so cute.
If you are coming home from your job, doing work, getting done doing work, washing dishes, washing your body, we thank you for listening to the Background Noise podcast, and we love you. And yes, make sure you continue to send the questions because we'll answer them and change your life. I just want you to pass us around, share us with your friends. We'll see you next time.
Good night.
Peace.